Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening show, belated. Well, I was busy with some work, but I'm back here as usual doing my cricket show, and well, it's all because of your continuous encouragement, continuous support to this cricket show. I managed to do this on a very daily basis. So let's start off now. There are I would be just talking about some cricket news, and then I would look at the match between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Pakistan are definitely in the driver's seat, no doubt about it. But it's only a matter of, it's a belter of a pitch, rain interruptions. Sri Lanka, well, 70 for 1 they finished with. I'll talk about that. But first and foremost, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you down to the United States, Lauderhill in Florida, where West Indies completed this 2020 series. There were only two matches which was played during the weekend here in Central Broward Regional Park Stadium, turf ground, Lauderhill in the United States. And well, New Zealand were absolutely outplayed by the West Indies. Yes, New Zealand definitely, if you look at it, they had injury problems. Ross Taylor was injured. Ronnie Hero couldn't play after getting that real thudding blow from Chris Gale's blade. So it was not really, and Brendan McCullum was not there. Well, there are no excuses, but looking at the way the West Indies played, it looked like it was done with very clinical precision, I would say. Now, looking at the second match, in fact, the first match was also won easily, as you know. The second match was played on a Sunday, that is yesterday. West Indies were the ones who batted first, putting 177 for 5 on the board. Feature being Chris Gale smashing 53 of 39 balls with 3 fours and 4 sixes. And Dwayne Bravo pinging 35 of just 11 deliveries, 1 4 and 4 sixes, and 177 for 5 on the board. The bowling never looked incisive. Kyle Mills, I have already spoken about that, I suppose. So let's look at the New Zealand innings. New Zealand absolutely bamboozled by the bowling of Sunil Narine. Sunil Narine was very difficult to play, and they were 116 all out. In fact, Sunil Narine went on to take the player of the match. Chris Gale got man of the series, and Sunil Narine, well, he just spun a web around this New Zealand batsman. They didn't know whether to go forward, whether to go back, whether to cut, whether not to, and Sunil Narine was absolutely swarming over them. In fact, his figures: 4 overs, no maiden, 12 runs and 4 wickets. So this is what Sunil Narine can do when he gets an helpful track. And it was some of his dismissals were really good to see. Rob Nicol absolutely beaten by the turn that Sunil Narine was getting. Ramadhin, he didn't know anything about it. The ball went the other way, and he was caught stranded. So Rob Nicol was out for 7. Martin Guptill briefly flourished, making 18 of 18 balls with 2 fours and 1 6, becoming a victim of Narine. He was absolutely dismayed when that happened, because Narine definitely foxed him and made Martin Guptill spoon a catch to Edwards at mid-on, I suppose. So he was gone for 18. Tim Southee, promoted in the batting order, went after the bowling. Samuel Badri getting his wicket, probably his first his international wicket, as Southee was caught. Charles bowled Badri for 3. Williamson was unfortunately run out for 6 of 5 balls. Flynn contributed at 22 of 19 balls. As I said, Narine was all over them. Brownlee was beaten, bowled by Narine for 1, and then it was a procession. Nathan McCullum contributing 14 in the end. Bracewell just throwing his bat around, 20 of 11 balls with 2 sixes, 116 all out. West Indies going on to a very good victory, which would give them lots of confidence going into the, the big guys would be back. Brendan McCullum would be back, Ross Taylor would be back, and so West Indies winning this match very comfortably by 61 runs, 116 all out. New Zealand, no match for West Indies. And as you know, in Jamaica, the first one-day international of the series would be played, and that should really leave West Indies lots of confidence. Yes, West Indies have every blend of it. They have batsmen, they have all-rounders, they have spinners, they have pace bowling quartet. Everything is available to them. So I think West Indies would be absolutely, and that too, they're going to play on their home ground with all the crowd support coming to them. I think this West Indies-New Zealand series is going to be interesting, but one has to really wait and watch what happens when Brendan McCullum and Ross Taylor come back into the side. That would definitely, Brendan McCullum, for a fact, he would be strengthening the side. He is such a wonderful player. And look at the bowling figures. Edward had 3 overs for 20. Badri 1 for 20. Badri is a right-arm leggy, and he was impressive. 2 overs for 14 for Sammy, 2 for 23 Bravo, and 2 for 25 for Marlon Samuels. So West Indies winning the 2-match series 2-0, and now the focus shifts on to the New Zealand-West Indies one-day international series, which should be kicking off in Jamaica as far as the first one-day international is concerned. That's I suppose it's on Thursday. Well, now let's turn the attention down to Sri Lanka, where Colombo, as I said, Pakistan yesterday with the rain-stopping play. They were with Misbah ul Haq was there with Asad Shafiq. But yes, Asad Shafiq. But Sri Lanka, what they did is they got rid of Asad Shafiq very early today. He was out for 2. Adnan Akmal was victim of Herat for 5. And that made it Misbah. But they definitely went for the runs because Misbah ul Haq had it in his sights that he wanted to declare the innings. He declared the innings at 551 for 6. Misbah ul Haq's contribution being an unbeaten 66 of 80 balls with 5 fours. Abdul Rahman cracked 2 sixes of both the spinners, collecting 18 unbeaten runs of 13 deliveries, and Pakistan declared at 551 for 6. Look at the bowling figures. The bowlers really went for a real toss, I would say, because Kulashekara 27 over 6 made none for 84. Probably stood out, I would say. 15 overs, 1 made and 1 for 55 for Matthews. Nuwan Pradeep 24 overs, 103 runs, no wicket. Suraj Nadeve 1 for 131, 3 for 160 for Rangana ahead. As far as Sri Lanka were concerned, they didn't have a good start today. Taranga Pranavitana, the opener, was dismissed early. Junaid Khan getting Taranga Pranavitana's wicket, and Pranavitana has been having, and he was dismissed for a blob. In fact, in the 4th over, it was really struggling there against the swing and seam of Aziz Chima and Junaid Khan. Let me tell you, I thought the Pakistani bowlers were bowling well. Looking at this wicket, the belter of a pitch, it looked like Aziz Chima and Junaid Khan were beating the batsmen. They were getting some balls to swing too, and that made it life difficult for Pranavitana, who had to go. Caught Azhar Ali bowled Junaid Khan for a duck, and so he was the first wicket to go. And Pranavitana continues to be a puzzle because he has been getting a lot of chances, but I think he has been throwing them. Sri Lanka would be definitely looking very seriously at that, and he was gone for a duck. He definitely needs to do well in the second innings if at all he gets a chance. Tilak and Dilshan, at the end of the day, they finished with 70 for 1 in 15 overs as that rain again interrupting play. Dilshan remaining not out on 46 with 9 fours, and Sangakkara was looking good on 22 with 3 fours. So they closed the day at 70 for 1. So they still have a mammoth task. 351 is to avoid the follow on. Tomorrow we are getting into the 4th day, and as I said, the belter of a pitch. Can't expect anything unless Sri Lanka has a dramatic collapse. Otherwise, Sri Lanka, I'm sure, they are going to grind themselves in and try to. Everyone would like to get a big knock. Probably Dilshan would like to go to score a century. Sangakkara, and I think what better pitch you could get than this to go and score a century on this particular track. Well, 70 for 1. Aizul Shima 6 overs, 1 maiden, none for 31. Bowled well. Junaid Khan wicket taker 1 for 22. Ajmal bowled 2 overs for 11. And Abdul Rahman wheeled his arm over for a single over for 1 over for 4 runs. So that is as far as the Sri Lanka Pakistan match is concerned. Now, just talking about some cricket news. As you know, Australia have decided to play 6 T20 internationals against Pakistan, the United Arab Emirates. And they would be having a good warm-up, as Australia has been very supportive of international cricket. They feel that Afghanistan have been doing well, and probably the request was given, and they have decided that they will play a warm-up match against Afghanistan before starting the series off, basically to get them a chance to acclimatize to the conditions and also get used to the pitches there in the United Arab Emirates, and that would be good. And I think Australia has to be commended for agreeing to play Afghanistan, United Arab Emirates, because Afghanistan an upcoming team, and Afghanistan have always done well. They also got into the 2020 World Cup, as you know, and previously in the last World Cup. So that would be a very good exercise. Afghanistan is also playing in this 2020 World Cup, so that would be a good exercise for Afghanistan to take on the big horse, the Australian cricket team, and that would be a sort of pride for them to play against Australia. And one would be really looking at it for sure, and that really makes the team also feel that they are wanted, and I think this is the right way to encourage international cricket, and Australia have taken a step in the right direction. So really keep it up, Australia. And the other news coming up, it's coming from England. As you know, England are 2 up in the series, and they have some not good news, because Jay Dernbash, who is who has lots of variations in his bowling, unfortunately would be sitting out of the series with a side strain, and he's out of the series. And the other news that I would like to talk about is, in fact, Bangladesh are going to play Ireland in some T20 matches just as a warm-up before they can get onto the 2020 World Cup, just to get themselves a bit fit there. And well, the news that I have is that Shakib, who didn't play in this trial series in Zimbabwe, is back, and Shafiul Islam, who had an injury, he also returns back, and there is no place for Anamul Haq, who is a talented batsman, and Farhad Reza, another all-rounder. So both are out of it, so that's another news which is coming in. Other than that, I don't have anything else to share, dear fans, friends and subscribers. I know this particular cricket report was a bit late in the day, but well, I had lots of chores to really catch up with, and I couldn't come, but sorry about that. But as you know, Ram always keeps up his promise of coming to you and presenting this cricket show, which basically I'm doing this because you people, I mean you subscribers and friends, have been very, very dear to me, and I see the amount of encouragement that you give me to the show. People like it, so I really I'm happy to know that. And well, this would be something, a continuing feature as far as cricket happenings are concerned. Thanks for watching Cricket Happening, and thanks for being patient to watch this particular cricket show of mine, which came a really belated cricket show of mine. But thanks once again for your patience, and your host Ram will see you tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye from Ram Studios. Thank you.